Welcome to Daytime Ottawa here on Rogers TV. What a great show. You know, I got to kick off just by saying to all of our Canadian athletes, what a tremendous job you've been doing. We're so proud of you. Win or lose, so proud of you. But that Canadian women's soccer team, I was losing my mind. I mean, despite everything that's happened, so hats off to all of our athletes, in particular our Canadian women's soccer team. Just an incredible story. We've got a great show for you. We're talking fireworks. We're talking summer camp for adults, okay? Women in particular on the show today. I know my first guest is losing her mind already. We're going to talk a little Pop Shop All-Stars, but we start with Mom in the Know, Julie Findlay here in the kitchen, ambassador for Foodland Ontario. How are you?
I'm so good, thank you. Now I'm like,
you're like pumped over there.
Yeah.
Getting pumped
and the fireworks last night were amazing.
So Julie, who is the president and CEO, right, of Les Grands Feux de Casino Lac-Leamy. I was talking to her in the green room, and I am a fireworks fanatic, right?
I know.
So I was telling her all about last night, and how she goes, "Why am I even here? You should just do the interview." No, Julie knows a lot more than I do, and she'll be coming up. But you were there last night too. It was amazing.
Fantastic. Yeah. Great food, great chefs, great things to do for all the families.
Absolutely.
So it's great.
Yeah.
But there's lots of other things. The long weekend is coming.
Yes.
I want to know what's on people's menus, so of course reach out to me on socials, MITK. You know, I'd like to see what's going on. But I've got a couple of easy desserts, and this one is going to blow your mind. Do you like tiramisu?
Oh, I love tiramisu.
So do I, and I think I was chicken to make it. But foodlandontario.ca will have the recipe for you under TV recipes.
Okay.
Super easy. What I've done ahead of time, I can come in here now.
Yeah.
What I've done ahead of time is I've got 2/3 of fresh orange juice in here.
Okay.
Okay, and I've actually added a bit more because the other option is you could add an orange liqueur.
Okay.
You have the lovely job of taking ladyfingers. Everybody, this is what softens up once the juice goes into them. They're Italian delicacy. You can find them in any of your grocery stores in the cookie section.
Right.
Or anywhere. Yeah.
Any specialty Italian shops too.
So you are just going to do this at the bottom. You don't need to grease your pan at all. It's just going to be liquid.
Well,
you're going to put that in there.
That's easy.
What I've done ahead of time is I've taken 1.5 cups of whipping cream and I've whipped it so it's nice soft peaks. Okay. And then the other key ingredient to the tiramisu is mascarpone. And that is like a nice cheese that when whipped together. So it comes in your regular container. Feta cheese, bocconcini, all those. It's in that section.
Okay.
This one does come out a little thicker, but I went ahead and whipped it together with a little bit of sugar and orange rind. Just add a bit.
Nice.
So I am just going to combine these two. You're allowed to break the lady fingers.
Okay, I was just about to ask permission. I don't want to go rogue here. You saw my face. Say, what do I do now?
Okay, and what we're going to do is we're just going to take the whipped cream and we're going to fold it inside to the mascarpone and the sugar.
So that means you're not really stirring like crazy. You want to keep the fluff? Is that the idea?
You want to keep the fluff, exactly, because the whipped cream can go pretty flat.
I've got extra orange juice. Do I pour this over?
Not yet, but very good question, because you're going to have a second layer.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Don't get so excited
I love tiramisu. So, I've never made it before.
Where are my strawberries?
What have you done with your strawberries?
You know what?
There's some here.
There are some, but I have not taken the stems off. But to everyone at home, 2 things. You can eat those stems. They can be blended. You could do that.
Yeah.
I'm going to cut them up for this. And the other thing is strawberries available pretty much until October.
Okay.
We have the everberries, and then we do go into greenhouse strawberries, so all year round.
Right.
But of course, if you love the field strawberries, take advantage of them. Freeze them by putting them on.
Freeze them is a great idea.
So the whole idea of that is that flash freeze where you put them on your cookie sheet so they don't touch each other right away, and you put them in the freezer for about 10-15 minutes. Then they'll freeze on their own in their own little spot. Okay. And then you put them in a bag and put the date on them, just so you know which ones to use. We have done this layer.
Do I get to do another?
You get to do another. And I think what I'm going to do first, before you do that, you got a little excited, is I'm going to switch up my tiramisu.
I swear. I listened to instruction well. I promise all our other guests, if you're watching out there in the green room.
I just like to change things up because I'm going to change it.
Okay.
To blueberry and blueberries. So again, take advantage of what is in season, and we've got lots of it. And anytime you want to know, foodlandontario.ca.
All right.
Well, you finish that. I'm going to go into nectarine turnovers.
Oh.
Super easy. Puff pastry. This is so easy. So puff pastry, you buy it, comes in 2 sheets. Unroll it. I've already buttered it, and I've actually put light icing sugar on it.
Nice.
I'm going to cut it into 9 squares, so 3 by 3.
Yeah.
And this is so easy. I'm going to I've already taken my nectarines. Nectarines, you always know, are the ones that have that lovely yellow flesh in them when you cut them open.
Yeah, because sometimes you can confuse them with peaches, which I think you brought peaches too, right?
I did bring
peaches are the fuzzy, these are the shiny.
These are the shiny, exactly. And you're literally going to just fold over. Your oven's going to be at 350.
Okay.
You're going to fold these over just like that. A little bit of a pinch. And then you're going to take some melted butter, butter them on top. And then you're going to add a little bit of icing sugar right on top. You're going to put those in the oven once we do all 9 of them for about 20 minutes. And I'm going to give you this to bite into.
I have to taste test?
I felt like a chef when I was doing these too. They're so lovely.
Chef.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's fun. Okay, the last thing, peaches. So for all of these tender fruit, you'll be able to find out when they're in season. Foodlandontario.ca, I'm going to say it again. But peaches, you're always looking to, there's a lot of people, and when you go get them, it's like squeeze the Charmin. You don't have to squeeze them.
You don't squeeze peaches, right? Am I right?
Squeeze peaches.
Don't squeeze the peaches.
No, and if they're not ripe, you leave them outside to ripen. If they overripe, because sometimes it happens in a day. We have a couple of hot days, and then boom, all your peaches are ready.
So you literally leave them outside if you got like a little shelf in the...
Oh, absolutely. Okay. And then when they are ripe, leave them in the fridge for about a week. If they're overripe, you're going to put them in the slushy. When's the last time you had a peach slushy?
I haven't had a peach slushy in years.
All you need to do, I was going to bring on the machine, but it'd be too much, and we always run out of time. You're literally going to take 4 peaches. You're going to slice them up. Easy way to slice them up is doing the 4 ways and then rip them apart. And you're going to put them in your blender. We actually have lucked out and had a really great blender.
Look at this, watch this,
I
folks.
Know. You just, now you made me nervous.
I didn't mean to make you nervous.
I know, I'm just kidding. So you're going to do this. And you can put them in whole. You're going to add ginger, honey.
Oh my goodness, this is so much easier than watching people struggle, right? When you get to the pit and you just see, it's like the hand is there, and then a sharp knife is going in, and then panic ensues.
It's so true. And then you're going to add 2 tablespoons of honey. I just kept this jar because I just want to remind people how lovely honey looks in the jar. It's so good.
And we've got local honey too, right? If you go to the farmers markets, they're all over the place. So good.
Absolutely, even in your grocers. So you're going to blend that all together. Then you're going to put it on a flat pan in the freezer, the slush. And then you're going to bring it out for about an hour, and then you scoop it back in your blender with 6 ice cubes. And we have a peach slushy. I would have put it in a glass jar, but it's so hot out there. I put it in one of these little thermoses. That was smart. And good idea, if you want to take it on the road, you could do it. You could add orange juice, but what I did was I thought it was Friday. It's not Friday, but it's Thursday, which is like a summer Friday.
Light.
It's that's what it's called.
That's what I call it. Friday light. Yeah.
Have added a little bit of vodka in there. And that is your summer drink.
And you know what? You could put a little peach or some mint right on top and decorate it.
Good idea. Right there.
Hello. Yes. I didn't even know you had mint. That's hilarious.
I have mint. And I could even add a little slice of peach on it, so you're just decorating them. But again, if you want to go on the go, just get one of those thermoses that keep things cold. Maybe they're going to talk about that.
If you go on a picnic, or you're at, go to the park in a picnic, or at the cottage, bring it down to the dock. The good news is Julie's back for another segment. We're talking summer salads right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the show. I have to delay things just for another couple of seconds because Julie Findlay is back and she's setting things up for. Oh, there she is. We just got a sneak peek of her. We're doing some summer salads here with Mom in the Know, Julie Findlay. All the recipes again, foodlandontario.ca. Just look up TV recipes. All of these recipes and the recipes that you've done here on other shows, they're all there.
Yes.
Right?
It is all there.
Wonderful.
And if you want to know what's in season and you haven't had a chance to go to your local market, go. And if not, look ahead on top on the website. It'll give you what's in season, how to prepare it, how to buy it, and how to store it.
Yeah.
Because you want to take advantage.
Yeah.
I mean, when I come on next, we're doing corn the whole way.
It's a whole corn show.
It's a whole corn show.
Oh, you know what? We'll play cornhole and make corn.
I have cornhole.
Do you really?
We do. John made it.
No way.
Yeah, you did.
Oh,
Yeah,
you got to send me the
dimensions.
yeah. I want to check it out.
People.
Okay.
Like, okay.
All right.
So
where were we? Summer salads. Yes.
Sweet summer salads.
Apologies.
The reason I say sweet is because we're going to again take advantage of our nectarines, our peaches, our plums.
Oh yeah. Of
Yes.
course.
So
okay.
plums. These little plums. Excuse my reach.
Yeah.
These little plums come in yellow. They also come in red. They're firm to the touch. And you are allowed to touch your fruit. Remember, just said in the show
I know.
before.
We were just
but
kidding.
Don't sit there and like squeeze it in there. You know,
Other people are coming behind you.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Again, the easiest way to get your pit out is you just kind of slice it around. If you don't, like I like to eat them whole, but I actually have picky kids. The Findlay family, they don't like to use their fingers.
Picky?
They're not finger people.
What?
Yeah. You
guys don't do finger food nights or something?
We do finger foods, but they might use a knife and fork to do.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like
I can't wait.
I feel
Can
like
you
I'm
invite me
hearing my
when you do nachos with the family with knife and fork? I want to be there.
Okay,
to
maybe they
witness.
do pick up the
all
nacho.
right.
You're right. Okay, so that's fair.
I digress.
So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do a lovely fruit salad.
Okay.
And really all it is I've added 4 cups of everything in season. I've got blueberries, peaches, nectarines, strawberries, and raspberries.
Okay.
And what I've done is I've actually put a half cup of rosé in here, rosé wine.
Okay.
It's a blush-colored fruit salad.
Yeah.
And I've added a tiny bit of honey. Just to sweeten it up.
Nice.
So what I've also done ahead is I've made a lovely. So what I'm going to grab my spoon.
There's one right here.
And I've
got
I'm going to scoop some of this into the bowl.
Oh, okay.
So this is going to be just a side. It could be dessert. It could be maybe not breakfast if you're putting wine in it, but if you're just putting a little bit of apple juice. And what I've also gone ahead and made is so quick and easy on the stovetop. I've done a 1/4 cup of oats, and I've also done a half cup of walnuts, and with honey, a little bit of cinnamon, and vanilla. And I've just stirred it until it was a little toasty, about 5 minutes. I took it off, and then I added a few, you could do pumpkin seeds. I did a little humid out today. I did sesame seeds. You're going to add that on top.
So you got a nice crunch here to go with the softness of the fruit.
And then you've got a dollop of whipped cream.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Love it.
That is one super easy summer salad.
I like it.
Okay. And then my next one
We're
is
going
a quinoa. Quinoa. I love quinoa. A little
do too.
ancient thing. Super easy to make. Couscous you could use as well too. That is very easy to make. You don't even have to use a stovetop for too long. I've done a 1.5 cups of quinoa, and it is a quinoa tabbouleh salad.
Oh, nice.
And I'm going to add in a 1.5 cups of edamame. And so these come frozen.
Yes.
So you just really are preparing them. You can cook them within the quinoa, but I actually just heated them up on the stove and add a little bit of spice to it.
What do you just boil them for a bit?
You just boil them.
Okay.
Yeah, until they're a bit tender, about a minute, or if you want to put them in the microwave, about 2.5 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, with 2 tablespoons of water. Not a lot of water.
Right.
Just to cover the bottom. And then I'm going to use 1 cup of just minced parsley. So that idea that it's super chopped up, just over
like
and
a
over.
tabbouleh would be.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
You've got that. And then we've got our lovely fresh green onions. I've done a 1/2 cup of those, which is about 2.
And they are beautiful right now, by the way. The local green onions, they are huge.
Lovely.
They look so nice.
You can already smell the freshness of this, which I'm going to add
too?
mint.
I thought I smelled mint.
I know.
Yeah.
This is lovely. So again, you can there's still some grocery stores and local markets that are selling herbs. So you still have a lot of time left. We have a lovely September.
And if you love mint grows like a weed, everybody. It is fantastic.
It's
like
true.
you will not have, if you have trouble growing things and you like mint, this is the thing to do.
You'll be confident in no time.
I say that from experience.
I've gone ahead and used cherry tomatoes. I just love the heirloom ones where it's all different colors. And this is 2 cups, but again, you could take your regular tomatoes and just de-seed them so there's not so much liquid in them. And I'm going to get you to toss that a tiny bit.
Pat, how much time we have? Like 2 minutes?
Okay, good.
2 minutes.
That's okay because I'm almost done. I've got a lime juice. I've got 2 cloves of garlic. I've got a teaspoon of sumac.
Oh,
Lovely little spice there. And I'm going to add a little bit of salt. Always have good salt around.
Yes.
Canal is a nice local one from Montreal. This one has a tiny bit of spice to it, a little bit of oil, And I'm just gonna throw this over, and you are gonna mix it
You
together.
got it.
Well, I introduce you to one other super quick salad, which is a charcuterie salad. So everything you want to put on your charcuterie board, you're gonna put into this salad. Sorry, let's clean up while I do it. So what I've done ahead is I've got leaf lettuce and I've got some spinach mixed in here.
All right.
Just gonna give it a little toss because I didn't put anything in there to toss. I'm gonna make my dressing first, but what's on the side that I've already worked is tostados, our little baguettes toasted. I've got pancetta, which is easily done about 2 minutes in the microwave with a paper towel on both sides.
Okay.
And then it's nice and crispy.
Okay.
I've got walnuts. I've got goat's cheese, old cheddar cheese, or you could use any type of local cheese.
Yeah.
There's so many out there. And I've got our berries with these on top because you can eat these stems.
Right, exactly.
So dressing is super easy. We've got 2 teaspoons of balsamic. We've got, I'm gonna let you dress the salad the way you'd like it.
Sure, you want me to throw this on? Yeah, okay.
Just whatever you'd like.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've got 2 tablespoons of balsamic. I've got 2 teaspoons of Dijon mustard. I've got 1 clove of garlic. I have 1 teaspoon of honey, and then I'm just gonna drizzle slowly the oil in so it emulsifies, and that is your dressing. You're just gonna toss that together, or you could do individual ones. You could just you could toss the salad with this dressing, and then you could do individual ones, but I think it's just so pretty when it's all on top.
How easy is that?
Got
Summer salads, courtesy of the lovely Julie Findlay. She'll be back near the end of the show, by the way. She's got some great ideas. If you're going for a picnic, you're going to the cottage with the family, we'll be back with talking fireworks right after this. Welcome back to the show. I mentioned off the top of the show, I absolutely love fireworks. I'm a fireworks fanatic, and whenever Les Grands Feux comes, I am sure to be there at least once. If you missed last night, don't worry. There's plenty more every Wednesday and Saturday until August 17th, and here to tell us more about it, Julie Moffatt is the president and CEO of Les Grands Feux du Casino Lac-Leamy. Julie, welcome. Great to have you here.
Thank you.
Just to start off, like what goes into preparing something like this? Because I'm just thinking all the technical things that are involved. Just walk us through. Like when this one's done, are you preparing for next year? Is that the way it goes?
Yeah, exactly. I was brought in October. It's a new role for me.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, we have a full year to plan this. 3 weeks of events. Okay. We really need all of that time for sure.
Do, eh?
Yeah, we do. And it's because one thing is that there's the creative process that goes around planning the event. Because when we finish the event, we look at everything that's been done and see how can we push the envelope further, right?
Right.
So then all of the creative teams get together, think about new projects to add to the experience. And then we go to the phase of doing it.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, last night, I mean, the opening of it, as I said, I haven't seen anything like that in so long. I mean, they set the bar high. Am I right? Like you mentioned that too.
I said that to them yesterday because what I was telling you is the grand opening is a show that's prepared by Royal. Royal Pyrotechnie is our partner that takes care of all of the shows. That's their expertise and that's what they bring to the event. The heart of our event for sure. And so usually with the grand opening, they want to make sure that they don't overstage the countries that are coming and then the grand finale. But with the type of show that we had last night, the bar is high. I agree with you. So
amazing. We got some photos, by the way, that we'll roll through as we talk about. But it's about the entire experience. Like you tell people, get there early, right? Get there, 6, 7 o'clock. The fireworks aren't on until about 9:15-ish. What else is available for people to see and do when they arrive?
So what we've done, and I say we, but it's the team that was there before us, is really make sure that the experience and the creativity that we see up the sky is something that we bring to the site as well.
Okay.
So playing on the theme of fire, we've added 2 components, so digital art and food.
Yeah.
Local food. local talents, amazing chefs that get together to create. We have L'Incandescent, which is a pop-up restaurant where 11 chefs from the region, some of the most, they get together, they create a menu from scratch, and they cook it on barbecue grills, and they're right there having fun.
Oh yeah, you can watch all the action happen. It's amazing, and you know, you're right. They are some of the most recognizable chefs in the region. Like even just walking there last night, I recognized 3 out of the 11 chefs right off the bat, right? So you are getting. So let's talk. Get back to the fireworks. No, you know what? We're talking food, so we might as well talk about. So this is one of the items.
Yes, so this is one of the items that I wanted to bring today. I'm not a chef, so I didn't prepare this. The chefs did, but this is a soba noodle. So one of the sides that is served at the barbecue, super fresh. Cilantro, green peppers, everything in there is so fresh. And this is one of the items. We have 8 items on the menu. Guédé de crevettes, bao with mushrooms, a very fresh hot dog that's made homemade. Everything is homemade on the menu.
Right.
Focusing on local products as well. So working with farmers from the region and all of that. So that's a very
souvlaki, by the way, which I tried, which is fantastic, very, very good. Going back to the fireworks, so it is a competition. How is that selected? How are the countries selected?
It's no longer a competition. It used to be, but
I mean, there's a sense of pride, right?
There is a sense of pride for sure. We now have a fan's favorite, I would say, because we've added over the years we've added some environmental components to how we want the shows to be handled.
Okay.
And so bringing in those criterias, it makes the artists a bit more. It gets their work to be different, and they can't use all of the products that they would use in their countries.
Really?
So with those new criterias, they prefer that it's not a competition because they feel like it's not exactly how they could do the show.
Gotcha.
However, the fact that we're putting those criterias give them an extra challenge to make sure that we still get that artistic vibe.
I can't believe that what I saw last night is something that
is more eco-friendly.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, that's absolutely. So who do we have not competing, but who do we have this year as countries?
So on Saturday, we're welcoming China.
Okay.
And apparently it's going to be one of the biggest shows we've ever had in 27 years. So
really,
we need to be there.
Okay.
Then Spain, Barbados, which is a great surprise for me. It's the first time that we're having them here. It's a younger team, so very interesting to see and learn from new talents. And then the United Kingdom.
Right.
And then the finale, it's Royal again, that's giving us a show that's called Champions. So it's one of their signature shows that they do on tour. Looking forward. So it's about music for athletes. When you put on your earphones to get pumped, that's the kind of music that we're going to be able to see on the finale.
Well, that's what else is fascinating. You know, for people that have seen fireworks perhaps from afar, you don't get that component of how they choreograph the music to the fireworks. I mean, this is something that I guess the whole 27 years, has it always been like that? Yeah.
That's why it's called a pyro musical show as opposed to fireworks.
Right.
And I agree with you. I think that's where the magic happens for sure.
Unbelievable, right? I just the technology behind something like that is incredible. Also a family fun zone. You've got some activities. Tell us about that.
So we've created, it's called the Magic Forest.
Okay.
And it's basically, again, around fire, but it's like a camp for kids. So we have trees that they can paint on. They have a huge dance floor that lights up and they can dance. We have canoes that we've created. And so they come into a very different universe when they get into the zone.
Right. And there's animators walking around as well, right? And in full costume. And there's other, of course. Tickets are available. So is there a ticket package still available, or is it just the single days now?
It's single days now because the package was for the full 6 nights. That being said, there are 2 options. So it's general admission where people can bring their chairs or their blanket and still get that full experience with the music and the fireworks. And then there are reserved seatings, very limited.
Okay.
We're approaching sold out night. Yeah. So those are good. Great.
Well, yeah, and the reserved seating, I saw the grand finale was already sold out, but general admission. Get your tickets while you can. We'll be back with more right after this. welcome back to the show. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited to have my next two guests. I wish I could have the entire team of performers on the show, but you know, we have limited space. But at some point, we're going to have them come in and do a performance for us. I might even learn a couple of dance moves with my next guest. They are performers with the Pop Shop All-Stars. I'm joined by Amaya, Juste, and Estella. Aversa, welcome. Great to have you here.
Thank you for having us.
So, Estella, for those that aren't familiar with what you guys do at the Pop Shop All-Stars, tell us a little bit about it.
So we're a performing arts group, so every week we do lessons and we practice our songs and we perform all around the city.
Amazing. And so, Amaya, how did you get involved? Tell me a little bit about what brought you to Pop Shop.
I joined after being scouted at a play of Oliver that I was in with Sue's Art.
Okay.
So she asked me to audition and then I joined.
Are you scouting at theater groups? They're the big bosses here in studio as well, Nicole. Nicole, thanks for being here. Always a pleasure having you. So how did you get involved, Estella? Tell me about your involvement.
I got involved because I saw them perform at the Tiny Hoppers Father-Daughter Ball and it was like really cool, so I auditioned and yeah.
And here you are today. So what kind of performances, like how, Estella, would you describe your performances as a group?
So every year we kind of have like a theme depending on where we go, and this year we're going to Nashville.
Okay.
So we're doing like a country themed show. So we have little dances to go with it, and every person gets a solo, and we dance with them.
So you get to do some traveling?
Yes.
That's so. Amaya, have you traveled then with the group in the past? Like, what's that experience been like?
Yeah.
Where have you gone?
Last year we went to New York.
Okay.
But I only joined last year, so we do a yearly like trip outside of the city where we wouldn't usually perform. So I went to New York last year, but she's done a few others.
Yeah, tell me about your travel experiences.
So I've gone to Toronto, New York, and LA, and I got to perform at Universal Studios.
Oh my God, that is amazing. So I want to give everybody an idea of what your performances are like. So we've got a video of you, so I'm going to ask them to roll that video, and then we'll come back and speak to Amaya and Estella right after this. So check this out. So, Amaya, tell me about this. Where were you performing here in this particular time? Is this like the Byward Market? Is that where? Yeah, Byward Market. Okay. And Estella, you'll be back. So you perform also. I mean, we talked about your travels, but you perform locally as well. What do you have coming up here in the Ottawa region?
So coming up, we're performing at Parkdale Market August 14th and back at the Byward Market August 17th.
And
nice.
We also have some Capitol Fair performances on the 16th and the 18th.
Excellent. When it comes to sort of choreography, like how do you decide on dance moves and things like that? Do you decide as a group, or do you have a choreographer? How does that work?
All Nicole.
Yep.
That is all Nicole. Nicole, you're getting all the. Oh yeah, exactly. All the accolades. Thank you. You stand by. So for Nashville in particular, tell me, you know, when you prepare for something that's themed, do you choose the music as a group, or does Nicole choose it? How does that work exactly, Estella?
So, you know, she gives us like a couple options for songs, and then we kind of like decide together of like what we like and like what suits our voice and stuff.
And then traveling, do you travel as a group? Does family come with you? How does that work, Amaya?
Yeah, we travel with family, but then we just meet up at a hotel, then stay more or less together, and then just perform and do fun activities together.
In Nashville, are you performing at any particular spots? Like, so there's a lot of famous places there, Estella. Where are you going to be performing?
So we're performing at the Plaza at the Grand Ole Opry,
Okay.
The Country Music Hall of Fame, and Centennial Park.
Very cool. That is amazing. You guys are going to teach me some moves today. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, I can't make any promises that I'm going to follow the moves in particular. Nicole did send me the moves. I had a quick look at them last night. I have a feeling I'm going to fail miserably. But let me just get rid of my jacket here. So how would you describe the moves you're going to teach me here?
They're not too complicated. They're a bit fast.
So
but we
you
can
say,
take it
Amaya.
slow.
Yeah. Okay, so why don't you two go in front here, all right? And then I'll be able to try to follow along here. Okay.
All right, so the first step we're gonna do is a grapevine. So you're gonna step on your right foot
Okay.
and cross behind on your left, step out again, together and clap.
And then you just do the opposite for the left side. We're going to repeat that. So step
Okay.
out with your left,
Yeah.
cross behind with your right,
Okay.
step out with your left again, together and clap.
All right, let's do that move a little faster.
Okay, all right.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh, okay. Not bad. Now the next one I think is going to be a little more difficult.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. What's this one called? Is there a particular name to this move? No. Okay, that's fine. All right. Let's see what we got here. What are we
All
doing?
right, so step on your right foot,
Okay.
lean into it, and throw your left leg up and snap
Okay.
with your front arm.
Oh, front arm. Okay.
Snap behind you, and then step back on your left, swing your right leg up and snap, and then repeat.
Okay.
So at like a right angle when you lift your leg up.
Yeah.
And it's always the front arm?
Yeah.
That comes up?
Yeah.
How the heck? How do you guys learn this? Like how often do you practice together as a group?
We normally have like a week dedicated to like learning the dances.
That's it?
Yeah.
Then we just practice at home.
So let's move back so that we don't see backs of heads and everything. So, like moving forward, I'll start with you, Estella. Is this something you want to continue? Are you looking at sort of a career? Like, what are you looking at in the future?
Well, you know, we could try to make a career out of it, but yeah, it's really fun, and I hope
You're just
so.
doing it for fun at the moment. Amaya, do you have? You're going back to Spain?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, I really want to continue in Pop Shop, but it's not
Maybe
really
you can do
gonna
it
happen.
virtually.
Yeah,
you know,
I'm
there's
thinking about
technology
doing that.
there now. Are you continue dancing when you head back to Spain? Do you
Yeah,
think?
I'll try and find some other
singing,
place.
dancing. I mean, you guys do it all. I'm just going to thank you so much for being here, both of you. By the way, if you're interested in to book an audition, you can email popshopallstars@yahoo.ca, and I'll remind you where you can find them. They'll be at the Byward Market. They'll be at the Capitol Fair, but I'll remind you at the end of the show. Hey, welcome back to the show. As promised, we're going to talk camp, but this is an exclusive camp. And, you know, I've talked to friends, you know, that when you become an adult and you're like, why don't we have summer camp anymore? Well, ladies, in particular, you are in luck because there's a great summer camp coming up called Camp Wild Classic. Here to tell us more about it, I'm joined by the camp director of Camp Wild, Jennifer Williams. Welcome back. How are you?
Thank you so much. It's so great to be here.
You just were telling me you came from sort of a colder climate back to Ottawa, and it's what a hot summer, right?
Yeah.
I mean, was it a bit of a shock to you coming back?
Yeah, it is hot down here. I just got back from Labrador, and it's hot up there too, but not compared to here.
What brought you to Labrador? Just visiting?
No, I run youth expeditions.
Oh, really?
And adult expeditions. Yeah, experiential education is what I do. So
Right.
Camp Wild is a portion of it, but yeah, I do all sorts of different programs.
Experiential education. So what do you mean by that? Like, explain that to viewers.
Yeah, so I'm a teacher by training, but
Right.
I like to be beyond the four walls of a classroom. And so learning experiences that kind of touch on what it means to be human. And so I'm an environmental educator by training, and a lot of things in the outdoors, connecting to the land, connecting to each other, connecting to ourselves.
Right.
So Camp Wild kind of fits into that bigger umbrella of the
absolutely.
work I do.
Yeah, so what was the inspiration for Camp Wild, and why women exclusively?
Yeah, so I went to a camp for women.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
Okay.
in
Yeah.
Portland, Oregon, that a friend of mine had started, and it was incredible. I was, burnout at work, and so I headed down, and the whole time half my brain was in it, and I promised I was a full-blown camper, but the other half, because of the work that I do in the world, I was like, oh my gosh, this needs to come to our community here in
Amazing.
Ottawa. So here it is, Camp
I love
Wild,
it.
third year.
Congratulations on that. And so you have a few throughout the year, right? And this one is Camp Wild Classic. Classic being what exactly?
It's the summer camp
Okay.
one. So we take over Camp Davern, which is in Maberly, and we play. So the winter one was a little bit of a spin, backcountry's a little bit of a spin, but this is summer camp for adult women. It's a place for women to take up space. It's all about women empowerment through community and play.
We're looking at, by the way, just some of the photos. So these are some of the activities you're doing. Yeah, walk us through some of the activities that you can do, and about the philosophy that you have too, which I think is important for people to understand.
Yeah, it's about connecting with yourself. What happens when you let go of your phone, you let go of your busy schedules and to-dos, and you just show up and it's all about you. And so everything's an invitation. It's a choose your own adventure style. There are really just play if you want to do archery or go jump in the lake or do high ropes. But then there's also some personal growth edges. There's different activities that you can choose depending on what you're called to do. And
Right.
so it's really, you tailor it to yourself.
So there's no schedule like we would have at sometimes at kids camps. You have a schedule. You may be able to choose a couple of things, but you just do what you want when you want to do it. Is that kind of the idea?
No, there's a schedule, but
Okay,
I can't tell it to you now because it's co-created and emerges depending on who's there, what's called on day by day. So it's not just a free-for-all.
Right.
We call them play shops. So there are actual scheduled, organized play shops led by the team of incredible women that co-create this with me. And then as a participant, you check in and what do you need? And if you don't want to do an organized activity, you can go nap in a hammock or go float on Peggy the Unicorn.
Peggy the Unicorn made
yeah.
an appearance last year, right, on the show. Just talk about that. I mean, you touched on it, but the importance of sort of in valuing unplugging and getting away from the digital world. I mean, is that kind of a criteria that you have? No phones, that sort of idea?
Mm-hmm. It sure is. You have to sign off on it before you come. And so we partner with Eco Equitable, which is an amazing social enterprise here in Ottawa, and their Sewing for Jobs program make us some cell phone sleeping bags. So when the women come, they tuck their phones away and they commit. I don't take their phones. They're responsible, but they're committing to just being unplugged and being in the moment. It's really about being present and authentic. And when do we get a chance to do that? We're so tired, right?
Not often anymore. Right?
There is an emergency phone number, so if anybody's worried, they can always get in touch. But we want to just be free. We have a photographer this year that'll be capturing the magic, and we'll just be there and be with each other.
In the past, just what has the response been like? I imagine, you ask people to, send their feedback, and what has the feedback been like so far?
Well, I could tell you that so this will be the 4th event. So we've had 2 Septembers and 1 winter, and this will be the 3rd September. And almost 50% of every camp has been returning campers.
Really?
So it's this really beautiful mix, and it's become part of an annual tradition for a lot of women where they come and they reconnect with their camping buddies and their bunkmates. And so that's really inspiring. That's what kind of keeps me going in doing this, is that I think that there is a real need for us to just unplug, be in nature, be with other women, and play.
And I remember that as a kid, just as you're talking, the memories of sort of having that reunion every year. I was fortunate enough to be able to go to camp, and it's just so exciting to see each other again, right? Each and every time. If people are preparing, you brought some bubbles here with you. What are the bubbles for?
Well, why not, right?
Okay,
I was thinking, what can we do that's playful and fun?
Right.
I used to work in this office, and we would run the expeditions when we were doing the logistics. Whenever we were stressed, I didn't do that very well. Right?
You just bring out something like bubbles. I love it.
Do you feel better when you blow bubbles?
1,000%.
Yeah.
For people that are interested in going, what do you recommend that they bring, don't bring, that sort of thing?
Oh, there's a full packing list.
Okay.
It's rustic accommodations, but it's in bunks. We have bunk beds. There's
excellent.
flush toilets. And so picture a summer camp. There's lots of photos on the website where you can actually see what it's like as well. But I provide a full packing list for people to bring. Bring decorations to decorate your bunk,
And people make their way themselves?
Yeah.
What's the commute like? How long of a drive approximately?
It's in Perth, it's in Maberly.
Okay.
So it's an hour from Ottawa.
Right.
So some come from Montreal, some come from Toronto. It's kind of in the middle, but it's an hour from Ottawa. So.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Jennifer, always a pleasure. Thank you for the bubbles. Everyone at home, Camp Wild Classic, Maberly, Ontario at the Camp Davern site. That's September 12th to the 15th. And just head over to campwild.ca. You can find out all the information, including what to pack, what to bring along, what not to bring, and of course some of those great photos you can see of past camps. We'll be back with more right after this. Back to the show. As promised, we are back with Mom in the Know, Julie Findlay, this time representing Tag-Along Toys, because maybe you're thinking, I want to do something with the kids, and I need some kind of activities to get out and have some fun. That's what you're here with, right?
Absolutely. Every summer, I always say the summer must-haves, but it's not like you have to go out and buy it. It's the things that you must have when you're on a trip. If you're on a road trip, it's great to have games, right?
Right.
So this is great. I just found this today at Tag-Along Toys. Games on the go. Like literally stick that in your purse. Everybody's like, when are we going to be there? What's happening?
Here, take
you got
this.
the alphabet game. You're like,
oh, the alphabet game.
I'm going on a picnic. I'm going to bring an apple.
All right.
And
I'm going on a picnic. I'm going to bring a bouncy castle.
First, you have to say apple, though.
Oh, I'm going to bring an apple and a bouncy castle.
And then I'm going to go to the picnic. I'm going to bring an apple, a bouncy castle, and a carrot. And it could go on and on.
Yes.
How many people in the car? And then games like that. But there's so many here. There's like... there's lots of math games, super fun.
Nice.
Another one is on the road. I like this little shadow thing, binoculars while you're looking out the door.
Oh, while you're looking out?
You can do that.
Look at that.
You
That's
can,
cool.
you've got a couple of other things. Sorry, there's so much on this table that
I
we
see
brought.
Pat, my floor director.
Oh, he's good, eh?
Yeah, what a cutie.
So
eh?
those also, when you get to the campground or you get to the cottage or you're outdoors, Patty's got a lot of great things where you've got the magnifying glass, a whistle. There's lots of apps to identify that, so that's fun because every kid wants to have their phone somehow with them, so make it a useful toy.
A tool,
yeah,
right.
this. Have you seen this? Remember when we have to go to the beach and everything else and bring everything?
Oh, yeah,
This squishes right up.
So you can just shove it in the beach bag instead of having the big pail with all the shovels. Yeah.
And this one, this is great because it's water.
Oh,
yeah.
This is great. Look at
Yeah.
that. Little Olympics,
Yeah.
If you've been watching a little beach volleyball, you can pretend. That's a nice thing too, right? Some of these sports, right? You can just imagine, maybe do like your own little Olympics, right, with the family.
Absolutely,
right? At the park,
and
at the
challenge
cottage.
them. And this is another great one too. I loved all the water things. I feel like we're about to go into a heat wave, so this is a lacrosse
little water lacrosse.
I know. We're gonna do it.
Ready?
Okay. Oh, I knew. I gotta get used to lacrosse. Okay, got it. Ready?
Yeah. Oh!
Wow, you're good. Okay, try one more time.
One more.
Okay. Oh!
Julie, that's the first for you.
Glad everyone was here.
I was telling you I'm a pickleball fan, and maybe you want to, not necessarily. Maybe it's a rainy day. You want to play pickleball? You can do this on your dining room table.
Right on the dining room table. Get a little moisture underneath, just like a regular sticky. Are you ready to play?
I don't know if we've got room here.
Well,
Julie.
we do.
Okay.
We do.
All right.
You're professional. You just do this.
Professional.
You got this.
Oh! Sorry for the yell there. Audio.
Not competitive.
Sorry.
I love it. Okay, and then we're going back outdoors. She's got lots of great stuff. She's got frisbees. This one lights up, so it's that idea of staying out all night. With that idea, you're waiting for me to throw it, right? Okay,
absolutely.
You got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you're a pro. I mean,
No.
listen, Julie played. You still play Ultimate,
I do
right?
still play Ultimate. Who doesn't? We have the biggest city league in the world.
do.
So again, everyone at home, if you're looking for something to do this fall, there's lots of
Yeah,
things
and you want to be
join.
competitive, or they have house
Exactly.
leagues as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So being outside, some things you probably want to have. She's got these stickers. Have you tried these? Mosquitoes. They're just stickers. You put them on you. I didn't believe. You got to believe.
Really?
Yes, and she just got from the same company.
Okay.
So everybody, you got to get to Tag-Along Toys. The kids' tick repellent stickers. A great thing this weekend for sure because our temperatures are super high. Check for ticks when you're coming in the house.
Very smart.
And
very
very
your
good
pets
that way.
too, by the way. Should check both yourself and your pets.
And if you are going to the cottage, maybe you want to bring, what's this little guy? Is he Fire? Is he Fire? Have you heard of the jelly cats?
Yeah.
I feel that. That's why.
My
it's so
goodness.
soft. You're bringing
Look at
fire,
these guys.
you're bringing the mountains, and you're bringing little marshmallows.
Oh, they have little names on there.
Yes.
Okay.
And she's
I am
got
mountain. Okay.
Yes.
That's fire. This
Fire,
is
mountain, and marshmallows in the middle. You got a camping trip right here.
Great.
Yeah. Patty thinks of everything, honestly.
does
It's
she ever?
fantastic.
Patty, you're the best. That's
Okay,
awesome.
these are another great thing. Super easy. They are. I hope this is how you do it. Nope, that's not how you do
Okay.
it. How do you?
Where's
Okay.
the other one?
Yeah, you try it. It's like the finger, like you just like repel
I
it.
think you gotta do it like.
Yeah.
Oh, there it goes.
There it goes.
Yeah,
I have another little jelly can. This is a super fun thing. If your kids are going off to camp or you have a cottage weekend and they want to just go up and do it, it's make your own cake. So inside it has the baking cakes, the measuring spoons, the cake mix. You literally do it in the microwave for 60 seconds and you have a cake ready.
No way.
Yes, and it just comes in a little package like that.
I love it.
You got birthday, you got celebrate. Of course, she's got cute little candies because it's fun to be in the store. And this is super fun. Remember, we used to do this. The little you'd get leaves and then you scrape over top of them. That's exactly what it is. It's print paper. So when you're collecting the leaves, I'm gonna. If you invite me back in the fall, I'm gonna show you exactly how to use this.
I will invite you back
and
in the
other
fall.
thing that I'm gonna show you in the fall, getting back to school, getting back to routine, and you take it now though, is this. This is a virtual. So you are. I'm not sure if they could pick it up on the back, but you're actually
show
going
it over
to
here
build.
To Dong's camera. Yeah.
Thank you. You're going to build the planet system. You're going to put your virtual glasses on.
Okay.
You're going to go over it, and it's going to give you all the information about space. These are fantastic. She's got rockets in there. She's got wild animals. It's great, great, great. I've
We
got a
one
couple.
last,
okay.
Oh yeah, what's this here? This kid in a
my
bubble.
Gosh. Well, I didn't want to bring it up because she brought little bubbles, but look at the bubbles. There's never going to be stress with that.
That's
this is
crazy.
So fun. Like, I should have taken it out. It literally is. I've seen people do this. The biggest bubble machine. You put somebody in a bubble. Yeah, there's lots of fun things to do. That is hours and hours of fun. And of course, my favorite is Spot It. She's got the newest Spot It, which is a camping game. I know we can't show it, but those
1500 Bank Street, by the way, and you can check them out online. We'll be back right after this.
I didn't see the 1500.
Let's wrap things up. Big thanks to all of our guests, of course. Special thanks to my good friend Julie Findlay, who had a cancellation at the last minute. She's like, I'll bring toys from Tagalong. And a big thanks to Patty over there at Tagalong. Again, 1500 Bank Street. Visit their website. They've got everything in categories. You can find out great toys for the entire family. Lots of fun there. Let's remind you of a couple of things we talked about today. Les Grands Feux de Casino de Lac-Leamy. Oh my goodness. Last night was absolutely unbelievable. It's going to be running until August the 17th. That's every Wednesday and Saturday. Reserve seats are going really quickly, so make sure you get those reserve seats as soon as possible. You can go to feux.gc.ca. You can Google it as well if it's any easier for you. You've got China August 3rd, Spain August 7th, Barbados August 10th, the UK August 14th, and then wrap up with the grand finale on August the 17th. And to book and register for Camp Wild, that big classic coming up September 12th to 15th, is campwild.ca. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.